there's this kind of strong through line of ambition versus your own personal life, your own important relationships. So we've got this father-daughter relationship going on, and how far should he push his career and his ego before it starts to really disrupt and ruin his relationship with his daughter? So that's a strong theme for us.
I mean, there's so many references in Playhouse as a film. We're kind of working out all those kind of early inspirations, from Terminator to Mulholland Drive to The Shining to Prisoners to The Sixth Sense and so forth. So many movies. But hopefully within that there's something fresh, there's something of ourselves that starts to come through, something that's unique. The only problem would be, though, if people would mention other films while we were shooting, and suddenly we'd be right back into that film and we weren't where we were supposed to be. So we actually had to tell people to stop mentioning films during the shoot, to stop that happening. The power of suggestion is very powerful, especially when you're on a shoot like that film. Your first feature film, you're highly sensitised to everything that's going on. And there's nothing quite like that, There's so little time to decompress between, when you're shooting such long days, that it was hard to sometimes separate, what's the film and what's reality. And I remember waking up one night in my dad's spare bedroom and seeing his suit jacket hanging on the wardrobe and thinking that was burlesque right there and then, and I jumped out of bed and I felt really, really on edge. Back to sleep, get up, carry on. So it does get under your skin at times when you're doing horror movie stuff and you're living in quite a dark place, but especially sort of sleeping and working in the same space. It's an interesting one, that's for sure.
You're growing up with a lifetime of references of sort of family history, where you've lived, things you've been through, and films you've watched that we had a sort of similar language and a way of communicating that was non-verbal, really, like he says, just a look, and you kind of know that something that actor just did will remind us of something that's happened in our past. And there's a strange chemistry, which I think is why a lot of siblings go into film directing.
And we had incredible levels of commitment from our cast and crew. Without that, the whole thing would have fallen apart. And there was a few times when we really did think it was going to fall apart, actually. We had some crazy things happening. We had one of our cast and crew members in hospital. We had somebody else setting on fire at one point. Very strange things happened during the shoot, but it was all part of the fun and the thrill ride. Finally, to get to the wrap party with a film was just an incredible moment, and I don't think I've ever felt as happy professionally as I did in that moment when we took that last photo at the wrap party. We'd done it.